tell you a small incident. Just imagine 6 months from now, which may happen. There is a AI HR chatbot. You know what chatbot is, right? Uh, it's a AI enabled, and it uses deep learning concepts and a lot of algorithms and all. So we have started this whole chatbot as a tool has replaced many industries, including BPOs. We know all about the whole story. So now slowly it's coming into HR, where HR as a department could get very soon replaced. Okay, it's called the replacement of jobs. So by technology, TRJ, technology replacement of jobs. So what happened is one such incident was that this HR chatbot called up for a candidate. It was for hiring, and it did whatever the correctness, like what's your name and what's your date, all those correctness data it evaluated, and finally it asked one question to this candidate. Okay, just listen to this. The question the chatbot asked to this candidate incidentally is a human. Okay, it asked, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Okay, and that candidate was very excited. As usual, he said, I want to enroll in this company, and from 5 years hence, I want to see myself leading the team or become a manager. And that's what we as interviewers also, or whenever we were interviewed, we tell this. And we are also excited when we are either conducting interviews or taking up interviews. So same. Then the response of the chatbot is very important for you to hear. Okay, the chatbot says, hey, for next years, I'm not going to die. Okay, I'm going to be in the same place. In fact, my salary is not going to get hiked. Okay, my skills are going to scale up. My processing speed is going to go up. My AI engine is going to do a better personalized identification of the candidates. My search engine will do a thorough analysis, not only in your resume, also go through all the social media and come up with the right talent, quality talent that is required. Okay? So what is the entire HR department is getting into a small chatbot here. Okay? So now the chatbot tells the candidate, we expect you to be in the same position for next 10 years. Perhaps you may even get demotivated by another chatbot, but you will be reporting to us. Okay? It means we'll be reporting to the machines. Now, what do we learn from here? Is as educationists, are we preparing our children for this? Okay? Are we preparing our children for this next generation of skill sets that are required? Are they capable? See, it's like there is a tool. Are we going to succumb to the tool and become a slave of the tool, or we are going to use this tool for our benefit? Okay? It's not scary. It's really not. When the computers came, people said many people will lose jobs. Way back, 20, 30 years back. Did it? Actually, no. Okay? Things became more efficient. Things became more effective. But people started getting adjusted. Whoever got adjusted went up the ladder. Who weren't were left behind. Same thing is going to happen even with this EI or whatever. Okay, we need to be aware. We need to be little proactive in this. Okay, we have a panel discussion soon after this, which talks about education 4.0. I thought let me dwell on that a little bit before we start the panel in the next session. What is education 4.4? Is it some jargon, a gimmick just introduced by some people to make more money? Or is it a true concept that is going to take over the education industry? What is it? What is this thing called education 4.4? Believe me, leaders, school leaders, my friends, education has to connect with the employability. Okay? I'll give you a scenario. You need to understand this when you are talking about all these jargons, why these jargons come out for. There's something called Industrial Revolution 1.0. Okay, that, of course, name is given now, But what was industrialization 1.0 was in 1780s it started because of the steam engine, and there's a lot of mechanization happened. This concept from agrarian economy, agriculture economy, people shifted to for industrial economy, 1780s, okay? In that, mechanization started. We started, there's small factories started, and they needed laborers, okay? So productivity was the main concept. So education had to get adjusted with that and get workers, laborers, and it was designed in that way because industry needed laborers. Okay, that's how the education 1.0 started coming up. It was more of authoritarian, one way, no engagement. It was more of teacher-centric because they only needed laborers, more or less, I can't say slaves, more or less bonded laborers, okay? And education had to produce that. Then came education 2.0, 100 years later in 1880s. At that time, what happened was electricity started coming, more mass production started, and they wanted someone, not one person doing all, one person doing only the specialized thing. So it was like, don't see, okay, don't see, don't, just narrow down your focus. And that's how the education started building assessments, board exams started coming. See, there is a demand and education was supposed. What is the aim of education that we are providing? Ultimate aim is quality of life. Either be it in terms of jobs, values, skills, whatever, that's ultimately the quality of life. And employability is one of the biggest element of this quality of life. I mean, a person needs money, you know. So that was education 2.0, aligning with industrial 2.0. Then industrial revolution 3.0 happened. That was in 1980s, so 100 years later, 1780s, 1880s, and 1980s, okay? In 1980s, computerization started, something called CNC, computer numerically controlled machines started. So we were supposed to get computers in our school and start, a little bit of software started. So many things were coming, computers were coming. And there were certain schools who said, no, man, it will not hurt us. But there were some schools who really started implementing, and those children went down to become computer engineers and they started enrolling. That was Industrial Revolution 3.0, for which Education 2.0 was aligning. Okay? These are all 100 years gap. Now 50 years hence, after 1980s, we are seeing a complete different Industrial Revolution 4.0. What is an Industrial Revolution 4.0? It's like emerging technologies coming, cyber, internet of things, artificial intelligence, smart devices. So the human intervention for a factory, smart factories, smart offices. So human intervention is slowly coming down, and we will have more of smaller. I mean, we will not have huge number of employees in one company or manufacturing or services. It will all become slowly a smaller group managing everything, okay? And are we preparing our children for that?